Hi friends, Ryan here with Ryan's Candles and Crafts, and welcome to an unboxing video of the Snow Castle. I had to do this one now because I can't wait to open it up. It's so gorgeous, but it's huge. It is absolutely huge. It's 78 inches long, and that's 6.5 feet, right? Yeah, 6.5 feet, because 6 times 12, 6 feet, 12 inches, that's 72 inches, plus 6 more, it's 78 inches, right? That's 6.5 feet. Or if you're doing centimeters, it's 198 centimeters. And it's only 58.8 centimeters wide or 22 inches wide. Yeah, this is going to be interesting to see. And the reason why I say that is you're actually going to be able to see a little bit more of my work area and how I diamond paint. There's going to be stuff that you're going to see in the way. Like I've got my record player over there. I've got like the camera angle. I'm trying to do the best that I can. I need a bigger space. Not going to happen anytime soon, but that's okay. We can figure it out. We'll figure out how to do this kind of stuff in a tiny space together. Something like this, though, it's going to take a lot of time, and it's probably going to end up being something that we do a live for from time to time, just to kind of sit back, relax, chit chat, and kind of go from there. So let's look at this here in just a second. The artist is Randall Spangler, and I love all of his houses. I'm going to keep saying this. I need 2 more left. Right, there's 2 left that I need. Hopefully by the time this video is airing or you're seeing this, I've already gotten those 2, and I'm really excited and happy about it. But what makes this one so unique, though, is the size of it, how big it is. I will hope that I can get a picture with myself holding it up, because I don't know that I'm going to be able to do it on camera. We're going to try. We're going to try. There might be some cuts and stuff like that in here, but we're going to see what we can do. And the images with, there's dragons, it's just gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. I want to know in the comments down below, have you done this one yet? Or is this on your to-do list? Do you have it? What's been your experience with it so far? How do you manage an extremely large diamond painting like this? I'm still new to this. I'm still learning. I'm still doing things. But this is going to be a really good challenge for me to do and to figure out. And we'll talk about that process kind of as we're doing this one as well, to kind of see like what's going to be the best angle for me to do these things in, right? I got to stop saying right. I got to stop saying I got to stop that. I'm going to work on it, okay? I'm going to work on it. But let's go ahead and get into the unboxing of this. All right, so this is going to be kind of interesting to see how we can do this. And the reason why I say this is because of where my microphone is and where we have this. And you can see this small space that I have. Actually need to move my glasses and my watch out of the way here. So yeah, this is it, right? This is what we've got going on. And let's go ahead and get it opened up. Now, it's such a long box, which I thought was really interesting with this being only 22 inches wide. However, with the amount of diamonds that's in this, because if I remember correctly, it has something to do with some 178,080 diamonds. So we've got that 178,080 diamonds with 60 colors, including 3 ABs and 2 fairy dust diamonds. Okay, let's take a look. So as always, right, it comes with a toolkit, and in that toolkit we've got the pen, we have the twisty pen, we have the wax refill, we have a stackable tray, resealable baggies. All that stuff is in here, as always. Then we have our thank you card. And with the thank you card, we have our treasure quest card, which this one's a bronze card. Still very nice. I like it. And then we have our color sheet. So on our color sheet, we have all of our stuff listed, and then we can see how over here on this side, we have our fairy dust diamonds over here, and then it looks like this might be an older color sheet, so our ABs are over here. So the 125, 129, and 131, I believe, are our ABs. And then our fairy dust diamonds are right here. And then we have our picture sticker on the back. Now, just this by itself, like, this is heavy. Like, this is very, very heavy. I am probably thinking about 10 pounds. It's probably about what this weighs. I'm be curious to see how this is wrapped up in here. Oops. I'm going to try not to hit my camera, but it's going to happen. Because I'm kind of doing this at an angle a little bit. Oh my gosh, it's already gorgeous. Like, I mean, it fits this way pretty well, but obviously we're going to have to work it this way. I think, okay, this is the bottom. It is so much more detailed than I expected it to be. That is a lot bigger than I imagined. The picture of this is very deceiving, to be honest with you. The canvas, though, is gorgeous. The canvas is really thick. It's really heavy duty. I'm going to take the drills out real quick. Okay, so there's one set. Okay, and there's the other set. So here we go. Now, the color palette is gorgeous. It's absolutely beautiful. I love this. These blues, look at that. This is going to be so much more pretty than what I thought it was going to be. Let's put these off to the side. Let's take a look at the canvas. Now, I'm going to try not to undo it as much because there's no way to undo this whole thing. There just isn't. There just isn't. I'm not going to be able to unravel this whole thing. But let's do sections at a time, okay? Because that's about all the space that I have to be able to do. But looking at this, just this area alone is pretty, right? You've got the swirl of the smoke that's coming up here already. If we continue, and the trees were really nice too, right? The tree is gorgeous. And then here starts the castle. Oh my god. What am I going to do with this when I'm done with it, guys? What am I going to do with this thing? Wow. This is, look at that. Just that too is pretty. Okay. So hold on. Let's do this. I need to grab my sticker sheet here because I want to look at, okay, so the 5200, okay, the Z932, the Z is 3072, so the plus, interesting. Okay, so it looks like some of this up here is where the fairy dust is. So right in here. Not all of this is, though. Now, these are ABs, though. So we have ABs and fairy dust going with the smoke. So that makes sense. That makes sense. And then all in here. The twos. I don't know. There's just so much. There's so much. There's no way I'm going to be able to get this whole thing in the frame. Which I know I've already said. Okay, let's continue up. I'm actually noticing with this one, this does have the new printed lines on it. So we can see how those are gray. So those are the newest ones. So that's about where we left off already. So here we've got Let's scooch this over a little bit here. So, more of the tower, more of the castle. I'm kind of trying to get a game plan in my head already for this, but it's kind of hard to do so. I think the kitting up for this is going to be very interesting. I have a viewer, and thank you very much for sending this stuff to me. I don't have it yet, but I will have it soon. They are sending me a bunch of the diamond art kits that they don't need anymore. And I want the trays. Those trays are fantastic. And I actually really like the clear putty, or the clear wax that comes with these. But even this, oh my gosh. Like, there's a bunch of ones in here. There's going to be a lot of ABs. There's going to be a lot of this stuff to do. I just hope that the glue kind of holds up. Oh, look at that dragon. Look at him. Wow. He is cool. He is really cool. I think once I finish going through this, we might zoom the camera in some and start to look at some of the details here in some of this. But this is great. I love how this little trail of smoke comes up and creates the dragon. Okay. And we're still going. Okay, we've got another dragon over here. We're getting toward the top of the castle. All right, we've got some branches coming up here. Very blue. A lot of this may actually go very quickly, believe it or not. Looking at how much color blocking there is in this could go quick. And especially if I have it kitted up correctly. We're almost to the top. I'm going to have to hold this a little bit. So here's the peak. And then we have all of this. And then we've got the guy at the top. Uh-oh. It's a little bent there. That's okay. We had to pause for a second because there was some background noise happening. That's all right. But anyway, so here's the top of it. So the top of this in itself, right, is pretty, again, pretty blocky with, okay, so now we can really kind of see the, hang on, let's see if I can't get that closer. It's hard to see the gray lines that are in here, but they're, I don't know. I feel like we have a lot of color blocking in here to be able to get this done pretty quickly, which of course I say that, right? I say that, but is that really going to happen? I don't know. We'll see. Ooh, we'll just have to wait and see. Now let's zoom in and let's see some more details in parts of this canvas. I'm not going to go over the whole thing, but there's parts of it that I do want to look at. All right, so I went ahead and got one of my lights out, and to kind of help make this look a little bit better, let's zoom in a little bit more. Okay, that's as far in as that camera will go, but if I lower this, all right, that's about what we're gonna have to work with here. But I will say that with what we have, am I jumping around again? Better not be. So with what we have, the dragons are really cool, but I really like to focus on the castle itself. Let's do this a little. So with the castle, we're going to have to zoom out now, actually. It's just, again, it's so large. It's so large that it's really hard to do, but it's just amazing. We've got ones in here. So looking at our sheet, where'd it go? So looking at our sheet that we've got. So our ones and then our twos and threes, stop jumping around. It's like, I think it's trying to focus. I'd rather it not. But with those, we've got threes and ones over here as well. And then more threes in here. It's just everywhere in this. It's everywhere. I mean, you can see how, like, ones, they are everywhere in this canvas. So I think that this is going to be an amazing thing to do. And let's take a look at the drills because, well, let me see if I can't hold this up with the camera and see if we can at least try and get it into frame. All right, so you had a look at that. You saw how big it was and how difficult that is going to be to maneuver a bit. However, we will figure it out. Now, let's go ahead and take a look at the drills and everything that we have. I can already see right here the white ones, that AB that's in there. Nice. And these are square drills too, by the way. So let's see what we've got. All right, so here we've got the first pack, and I always try and be careful with this because I want to make sure that I at least try and keep some of this stuff somewhat organized because it's got to go back in the box the way I found it. And that's where we may run into some problems. But if I kind of remember how this is kept together, I don't think that's going to happen though. I at least want to try and see how this is still together and everything, but if we go through and we look at these, like these purples are really nice. I really just want to find like the ABs and the Zs. So here's the 5200. Very sparkly. What else do we have in here? Okay, this is one of the fairy dust diamonds. And if you look, it's actually a gray fairy dust diamond and not a white one. So this is the Z3072. If I can get myself in there a little bit, we can see how the fairy dust I actually really like because it's not as, I mean, it's not as shiny as the ABs, of course. However, they are a lot easier to manipulate. They're a lot easier to pick up and everything with the wax. I know a lot of people will use the ABs and they'll use tweezers with them. I do okay with the plain wax. It's just, I don't know. Sometimes it's a little daunting, but this is really nice. And there's 2 bags of this one too. So 2 bags of this fairy dust diamond. We know we've got a lot of that. The blues in this are absolutely gorgeous. This 995, I've got 1, 2, 3, I have 4 of these. There's so much blue in this, but again, it's so pretty. All right, I successfully put the other one back to where it belonged, which was really good. I'm really proud of myself for that. This is the second bag, so that's a 581. Now, believe it or not, though, that actually looks really nice for a green. That's a really cool green color. I believe right here we are. So this is 125. This is an AB. This is an AB. Look at that. Look at that shimmer. And there's 2 bags of it. I've never had an AB with that much before. Oh my God. Oh, that's going to be fun. Okay. All right. I must have missed the other ones in the other bag because I'm not finding them. So we found the Z3072. We're missing that one. We found that one. Found the 125. The 129 and the 131 we don't have. So they had to have been left in the other bag. Well, if it were a snake, it would have bit me, right? Here's the 131 right here. You can definitely tell that that's an AB with the shimmer and everything. Let's see if I can't get that closer. I mean, it is pretty. It is, that orange is very, very pretty for an AB. So I'm liking that one. I'm really liking that one. I think it's 727. Not entirely sure. It's a gray, correct? It's Z932. There must only be like 1 bag of it. Is that it? No? 646. It's hiding from me. Again, I'm trying not to unwind this so much so where I can't get it put back where it belongs. Well, at any rate, that's what we have for our diamonds. But it doesn't matter what you get with Diamond Art Club. They're all pretty colors. They're all absolutely gorgeous. Okay, whew. That was probably by far the hardest one I've had to put back into the box. Took a little bit of maneuvering, a little bit of struggling, but as you can see, the size of it is ginormous. Again, we'll figure out how to do it. I think that with the foldability of it, right, with the rollability, not foldability, but the rollability of it, I think is actually really going to help. And I don't know, we'll figure out ways to do it. I have a small space to do this in, but I'm pretty confident that we'll get it done. Thing is, though, is that we'll start this one, I don't know, sometime soon. And maybe with a surprise coming up here in the next few months. But that is all I have for you guys today. So if you liked the video, go ahead and give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to leave a comment. That's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for watching, everyone. And remember, grab a coffee, light a candle, and let's get crafting.